Hi there, Scorpio. Are you ready for your reading? It's time for your March love reading. And I am so sorry I missed last month. I needed to take a little break. I started school and it's pretty intense. But the cool thing about it is I'm learning how to learn and teach online. And so that's what I'll be doing for you as well. Spending a lot of time learning about education online. And so that's kind of how it's all done. So let's learn something about your future right now, Scorpio, what's going to go on for you in the month of March. And I got the cards all shuffled and I'm ready to go. So let's take a look for Scorpio. Scorpio is the fixed water sign. And so if you're interested, please find out, ooh, good card, exactly what's going on for you by going to the Astro Dance link and pull up, especially we're reading about love. And I'll put this down for a second. So you want to know what your Venus is, which is a relationship house, secondary relationship house, but especially your moon. And so your Scorpio, interestingly enough, very intuitive water sign. You're the investigator. It's interesting. All the Scorpios that I know, you can't pull anything past them because they have this sixth sense. But within relationship, which is what we're talking about, you may have Earth, or who knows. I've read for a lot of Scorpios who have a lot of Capricorn in them, and that would make you very strategic as well as hyper intuitive. So strong signs to work together, and that's kind of how we are. We're all like astrological onions. And so once you know what your entire chart is, then you can really start to work with the energies that you were given at birth. Okay, so here we go, Scorpio. 4-card spread. First card to come up for you, Major Arcana card. I want to teach you a little bit about the Major Arcana in the upcoming weeks. And so this is the Empress. Now this is the third card. It's very interesting, actually. It's the fourth card, because the first card is a 0 in the Major Arcana. We have 22 cards beginning with the Fool, which is the 0. And then after that, we follow the Fool's journey from the Magician to the Emperor and now to the Empress. So let's speak to the Empress. When you see this card, you see she's resting on a pregnancy pillow. And so again, this is all about fertility, this card. She's crowned with all of the 12 signs, and you can see that as well. Sign of Venus within the heart at her feet. And then there's wheat in front of her. Wheat representing that which is of value back in the, I guess you would say, maybe the world of pre-Wall Street, okay? Because it's really what I think of, because this is bank, basically, and grain was put into banks, and it was basically money at that point. And so this is a woman who is very fertile and can bring forth all kinds of things, financial wellness. She can bring forth creativity, projects, even human babies, okay? So you'll see her gown is covered in pomegranates. Why is that? Because the pomegranate is the fruit with the most seeds. And so she is able to bring forth, germinate constantly. And now, so all that said, this card opens the month for you. And she is really the card of fertility. Again, fertility meaning that she's able to bring forth all kinds of new possibilities. And so if you're this month, this is March, if you're looking to become pregnant, yes, this is the month. So let's just start with that for some of you. And for others of you, if you're looking not to become pregnant, we would say stock up on those birth control pills, because you're going to be fertile if you're in that time period, and or you're with a woman who is sort of, biologically ticking. So you want to watch out for those things. Now, then again, I'm hearing that for some of our Scorpios, feeling extremely worshipped by your partner, if you're in a love relationship, we all have like certain pheromones that we give off. And so attraction, again, to the opposite sex. There may be someone in your life who you feel extremely attracted to. There may be some project that you feel extremely attracted to. You may also have this sense that you're just about ready. Something's germinating within you. There's a concept or an idea that's sort of knocking on the door and has been inviting you over and over to come forth and play. And so that's something to look out for as well, because it's just those little things. It starts with just a small knowingness, and then suddenly as we nurture that thing, it begins to grow within us, and then we can eventually give birth to something new and wonderful. So look for that this month. And again, if you are looking for a relationship, again, this is a month where you are hyper attractive to the opposite sex. Or you may walk into a room, some of you, and you may see that person and just sort of there's this glow around them, you know, it's that Hollywood movie set type of scene. And so that may come up. I do feel as if, sorry about that, I turned off my phone. I do feel as if for some of you, you're going to be sort of, you know, just feeling a little more into your body, more aware of your body, wanting to maybe tone up, you're just feeling it, your own skin a little bit, and taking care of you. And that's something that needs to be done. And this is a major arcana card again. This is you getting back to yourself. I'm hearing. Getting back to that feeling of being comfortable in your own skin. That's coming up. Now, the next card for you, Scorpio, is very interesting card to come up. Ace of Swords in the challenge position. Swords are all about the intellect, perception, how we frame things. This is, again, of right and wrong, black and white. It also can mean that you want to come forward with an idea, and I'm seeing that here. Ace of Swords, it's like this is a new, your resolve is there. I'm hearing some of that as well. So the challenge is to gather your forces and to grasp the handle of your own resolve. And so why is that important? Well, it seems as if it's important because in order to bring forth whatever this is, it's going to take some fortitude. And the fortitude is right here. So you're going to have to align your purpose and prioritize, and maybe even stick it to those who don't understand why it is that you need to do this, okay? But this is your challenge. You have a cause, I believe, and that cause needs to come forth. Now, also, Scorpio, your challenge also could be within love. You might present as this very sensual character, but then there's sort of this prickly side to you where you are holding on. For some of you, I'm hearing just, not all of you, but you're holding on to this mission or this cause, maybe a little too firm, a little too tight. You're prickly a bit because you can't see it any other way. I don't know if that resonates with any of you, but it's like I see this fist raised, but it's an idea more than anything else of how things should be. And you really, so that's sort of in the background because you're a little pissed off, I guess, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we have a 7 right here, and that's a dreaming fantasy type of situation. And again, I want to go back to this suit because I'd like to teach you to read for yourself. And so this is a cup card. Now let's speak a little bit to the cups, because the cups are just, we all love cups. How can we not love cups? They're all about, so they're sort of a container for joy, okay? Emotion, being, you know, we all want to be happy. We want to be fulfilled. We want to have those warm fuzzies. And that's what this cup contains. And so sort of this card speaks to just sort of the quest to go out and find the cup that has the best juju in it, so to speak. And so you see this fella like from the back, and the back, he's in silhouette, and he's trying to visualize what it is that he really truly wants. And it's interesting because a lot of the time we don't even know what we want. We're not even sure what will fill us up. We're not sure if it's this person or that person, or what quality, you know, in a job, or, you know, who are we anyway? All of those things come to mind. And so there's some of this unexpectedly coming up for you. It's kind of like, am I going to be fulfilled if I choose Joe rather than Bob? Who is the best person to fulfill my needs? And again, this is a heart card, so this isn't about the head, although we have this Ace of Swords in the challenge position to know what the right answer is. So for some of you, you may actually be investigating that. You may wonder, who is the right choice? I'm a bit challenged with that because I want to be right. Now, is there any right? Sometimes we just need to make the choice, and from the heart again. So I do like this card within this reading for you, because choosing who that person is really shouldn't come from here. It needs to come from here, because that's really what's going to get us through in the tough times, the longer periods of time. Now, we might think in our head, hey, maybe overthinking some of the things that we think we need within relationship, but this card says that we choose from the heart. Now, again, if you're a child, this card would speak to that as well, because there's being, Spirit's saying that a choice may happen for you, and it's the exact right time. That if you're concerned about pregnancy, that this is the exact right time, and not to be concerned about that pregnancy. I'm hearing that as well. Now, moving toward people, or those of us who are not in relationship, there is going to be a time period, very important time period for you this month, where you have to choose or whatever it is that you're going to do. You're going to have to, you've been doing a lot of visualizing, so it's time to actually hone in on what it is that you want to do, and just follow that resolve, and not to worry, because it's all going to work out just fine. But for you is patience. It's the Major Arcana card. Pisces also got 2 Major Arcanas flanking 2 Minor Arcanas. Temperance is a very beautiful card. I want to hold this up so you can really see it. Okay, there it is. You see the angel with the 2 chalices. The interesting thing about these chalices is that the water is actually moving upward into the upper chalice. And this is the card of alchemistry. This is the card of changing base metal into gold, or that which wasn't so awesome, base metal, into something that is a very high value, gold. Now, this can refer to a lot of things. This could refer to a project or to a relationship. It could also refer to a situation just within politics, what's going on in the world, but faith that things are going to become exactly what they should be, and patience. So this is also about standing between two worlds, one foot on the ground and one in the water. So we are also planted firmly. We're balanced here. We're rational, we're reasonable, but we also haven't, living on the material plane, but we also haven't forgotten that we're spiritual beings. So this is amazing. I love this card. And it was initially called the art card. And so what does all of this mean? Well, for you, I feel as if it means this month that you are going to have a very interesting month. This is the month where you can make a choice, which I see this Ace of Swords. This is a choice that you will be making. So, and you have a reason to make that choice. Now, you're going to have to stand firm in order to be victorious here. And you're also going to have to make some choices. Okay? So we're moving from visualization, vision boarding, or, fantasy dreaming into reality, into the earth plane. Creating, actually, we're in the creation phase at the end of the month. But Spirit is promising that whatever it is that you're trying to create, be that a human baby, be that a project, be that a relationship, this month, Scorpio is a highly, highly energetic month for you. Couldn't be any better in terms of bringing something into the earth plane and gestating something. So it's coming from you, out of you. So, which means that it's not, you're not buying into anything. So to speak, you're growing it. So it's organic, because that's what I'm seeing. And it goes from small to large. This is going to be something of great beauty. And it's going to require patience and perseverance. It's going to require that you have a lifestyle that allows for this gestation, or you create this atmosphere that allows you time, energy. It's carving out this space. And I can see, but you have to be realistic here. It's kind of like, don't quit your day job. I see a lot of that because for Scorpio, they've got to stay very balanced here because you are the Earth Mother. You're the Earth Mother here, or there's an Earth Mother around you. So I do see that. Now within love, of course, we always have to go back to that at the end. If you're hoping to attract the opposite sex or a partner, I should say, then you are very attractive this month. And so choosing that partner, again, I'm hearing there will be choice for you, and that is where sort of the hangups may occur. But don't worry so much about being right, because a lot of this just has to do with working on relationship and, turning base metal into gold. So that person may not show up exactly as the perfection that you had pasted onto your vision board, but they will become that. So don't worry so much about the choice. Go with the heart. Being right is very important to you. It's the challenge, of course, to win. And Scorpio likes to win, of course. And you're always right. But you definitely want to make sure you don't let that stop you. That whole sense of rightness, nobody's really ever right. There's no right choice. No, there's no right answer. It's kind of subjective in terms of love. Love is subjective. So allow yourself to stand back and not get caught up in exactly what's right. Is there something better? Sometimes we get caught up in that. And if you're not looking for love, again, we did come back to that. We spoke actually quite a lot to people who are creating projects and making the space and time to do that, because you think about it, when you're creating a human baby, there are allowances that need to be made for that. You may feel ill one month. Lots of things happen when you're pregnant, and it's 9 months worth of your body. And, you're kind of out of sorts. And, but that's what it takes to really create something amazing. You just kind of go with it, and you have faith and know that, in a certain time period that all of this is going to pay off. And so I see a lot of that going on for Scorpio. So it's a really cool month, exciting. And don't forget, please go and look at your year-long reading, Scorpio, because I feel very much as if that goes along with this. It's a pretty exciting year for you. Also, I'm going to be teaching the tarot, and so I'll be posting live to do that. Everything's going to be live from here out. And so, yay! If you'd like a private and personal reading, go to the website. You'll see the link. And that's it. So have a wonderful March. I am so happy that we're finally back together again. I'm sorry I missed February. But anyway, needed a little break. Kisses to you. Have a wonderful March.